Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of, December 4th or something. It's in the title. You have this card that says, you're stepping into your highest divine life path. You have this card that says, explore the possibilities. Yes, I definitely feel it would be an amazing time for you to explore new possibilities, and you don't even have to commit to anything either. This could be in work, business, whatever, it doesn't matter. I would be exploring new possibilities, new ideas, new paths. Anything that seems interesting to you is kind of like what's popping into my head. And this is like especially in work or business, or whatever it is that you do. It could also just be an interest. Again, if you're retired, this could just be something that you want to learn about in life. And, I feel like just kind of like opening up to new possibilities will, just bring in more exciting opportunity and, all sorts of stuff. So, that's kind of what I feel here. I feel there's something good coming in for you. You have the Fool, the Hermit, and the King of Cups. So I feel like you went through like a dark night of the soul. You went through some sort of like challenge with the Hermit. The Hermit, he has put himself maybe through a dark night of the soul so that he can gain enlightenment and, in a lot of ways, or so that he can gain inner answers, right? And so in a lot of ways, I feel a lot of you have kind of, put yourself through it. And, now it's time it's like you're on the path. He is on his divine path. You have that card that says, what does it say? I don't even know. You're stepping into your highest divine path. So, I feel in a lot of ways you are kind of like on your divine life path. You're going in the right direction. It's also, this is pretty good right here. Page of Wands, going from the Hermit to Page of Wands, High Priestess to the Six of Wands. Literally people, seeing you as an example. With the Six of Wands, people cheering you on, people supporting you. So I definitely love this. A lot of Fool energy popping up, I would say, at this time. Fool and the Chariot. And you might be saying, what do those two have in common? Well, they're both contrarians. The Fool is a contrarian. He is seen as foolish, even though he knows exactly what he's doing. The Chariot is leaving the city behind him behind. So I've been getting a lot of this type of energy, right? Where I believe that we're collectively in a time where we kind of need to march to the beat of our own drum. We need to do our own thing and don't be afraid of people who are like, you're doing the wrong thing, you're doing this, you're doing that, right? It's like, I think you and Leo, for whatever reason, it's like you two, I think, are most sensitive to what people in your life say. I'm not saying you're like the most sensitive, but I just think that you could be extra sensitive right now, just because of how the astrology is or whatever. It just seems like you two are kind of like, I don't want to say you're being targeted, but it's almost as if people can smell the change on you and they don't want you to change. They want you to be the same. So, I feel like your challenge is to just ignore it and do your own thing. I say this to you all the time. You have the King of Cups here. King of Cups is about trusting your emotions. He has very deep emotions. He's sitting in the middle of the ocean, but it's a very deep ocean. And, the story of him is that he is really tapped into how he feels about the direction he wants to move in life, the adventures he wants to have, the things that he wants to do, and he knows exactly what he's doing. And there are choppy waters all around him, and the choppy waters kind of say that, it doesn't matter what's going on around him, he is going to be successful. So I feel like a lot of you need to kind of like listen to yourself, right? Listen to your own inner voice, your own like inner guidance, the things that you want to do in life. And that's what I would pay attention to with the King of Cups for sure. So let's see what's going on here. With the Fool, you have the Three of Swords. I feel like you're taking a leap of faith away from a person here. It's like, I feel like saying you can't make everybody happy. We have this right here. You have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is rushing, towards the past, basically. And so I feel like for a lot of you, what you are realizing is that you always get like close to something you want. It doesn't have to be love, even though you have the Lovers here. It could just be maybe you always get close to, maybe you always get close to stepping off on a new path or moving in a new direction or whatever the case may be. And you always like maybe turn around and run away from it, Knight of Swords. And again, not a criticism, not making fun of you. We've all done it in some area of our life. But, I kind of feel like this is saying, like, I feel like the top row especially is encouraging you to be bold, brave, assertive, and to really go for something and see it through all the way to the end. It's like, what's on the other side of that closed door? It's kind of like what I'm getting. It's like, I feel like you've gotten up to the door many times, right? And, going through that door means that you're leaving behind your old story. That's what's popping into my head here. And so I feel like you need to go through that closed door. Which means maybe you have to leave where you grew up. Maybe you have to, go to college, and maybe nobody in your family's gone to college. Maybe you have to go ask for a raise or promotion. It's like, it's almost giving me the vibes that you're going to be like the first in your family to do something. And so that's exactly why you should do it. With the Hermit, you have the Hermit, basically saying you've been through a Hermit situation. I think you've been through, dark night of the soul. With the King of Cups, you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing, but I really don't feel that here. I feel this is more tactics. The Seven of Swords is a good card, and no matter what, I always say that, Seven of Swords is a golden card, and golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. So, I feel for a lot of you that this is saying that you need to be tactical in the way that you approach something. Next, Aquarius, in the area of the unexpected, you have this card that says darkness looms on the horizon. You have this king that says authority and diplomacy. I feel like you have that anxiety, like the what do you call that, anticipation anxiety a lot right now. And so I feel like you need to do something. Again, I'm no expert on this, so I have no clue what I'm talking about, but I'm sure there are YouTube videos out there that could tell you what to do if you're feeling anticipation anxiety, especially if you feel like it's like that feeling. I feel like you have that feeling that something is going to happen or something is, looming on the horizon, right? But I feel like it's just anxiety. I feel like the universe is encouraging you to take control, take authority over your life, and, to really make things happen, right? You have the Knight of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Again, maybe this is where you run away. And again, not a criticism, I'm not criticizing you or anything, but maybe this is where you would normally turn around. Like, you get to a certain point in your business, and then things start getting a little bit scary, and you kind of like turn around and run away. And I feel this reading is encouraging you to be like brave, bold, assertive, to really face those moments where you would normally give up. Because again, I feel there's a lot of success on the other side of that. You have the Page of Wands here. Page of Wands, of course, is about going on a new adventure. And you have the Lovers. The Lovers, to me, is a card of being at a crossroads. So again, I feel you have like the story of your life up into this point, and then there's like a door with the Lovers, where if you step through that door, it's going to take you in a new direction. It's going to totally change your life. And I think that's a little bit scary for you, but I also feel it's going to change your life. So I would do it, whatever it is. You have the Ace of Swords here, which is like a victory. So, I definitely feel there's a victory here. We go this way. High Priestess to the Lovers. There could be like good news coming in. For some reason, it's popping into my head as good news. I feel like that High Priestess is the mystery of like wondering if good news is going to come in or if you're going to get good news about something. And, I feel like the answer is yes. Again, I know that's not what it represents, but I read intuitively and that's what I'm getting there, Aquarius. So let's see. With the Knight of Swords, yes, you have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is about moving on to calmer shores. I really feel like you are going to have to change your life. I mean, the story of the Six of Swords is that the woman and the child in the boat, they're leaving everything behind them behind. They are having a completely fresh start. They are, only bringing the clothing on their back. So they're just hoping that when they get to the other side that it's going to be better. And, I kind of feel that for you where, I'm not saying you're necessarily, I mean, maybe some of you are, but, I'm not saying that you're necessarily making some sort of sweeping change, but you could be making a very big change and, a very big, powerful change. And, I really see that here. With the Page of Wands, you have the Devil. I would avoid anything toxic. If you did deal with like a liar, cheater, stealer in the past here, I would definitely be careful of that person. They're probably still a liar, cheater, stealer. We do have Mercury retrograde coming up. So, Mercury retrograde tends to bring out the liar, cheater, stealers, right? With the Ace of Swords, you have the Seven of Pentacles, change in direction. Every single reading I've done, I don't know what it is about this retrograde, but I feel like this is one of those retrogrades that it's going to be like a good retrograde. I think it's going to change things. Yes, things are going to move in new directions, but it's also going to lead us in the right direction as well, which I think is super important. I think that, what's happening is that we're going to be moving towards things that are going to bring more joy, happiness, and abundance into our lives. You are definitely being presented with like an exciting new path is what I'm getting here. But I also feel like you have to choose the path, it's like you have to choose the path of the light or something like that. And I'm not saying the other path is darkness, but, I just think it's not as exciting, right? Even in your next row of what's coming towards you, you have this Passion card. I believe we're in a time where we have to really move towards joy, love, happiness, passions, things that bring more of that into the world. And you have this Midheaven card, which says Pinnacle on it. So for a lot of you, it's like you could have a passion-based business, or maybe you're thinking about starting something that's more passion-based or something more that you would love or that would bring more joy and happiness into your life. And that's exactly what I think you need to choose, because it's going to bring you to new heights. It's going to, help you exceed your own expectations in life, or something like that is popping into my head. You have the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Six of Cups here. Queen of Swords I'll just show you here. It's like she has her back to the past, and it's almost like you see something very clearly. For a lot of you, I feel like it could be a change that you see clearly here with the Queen of Swords, because, again, she's like looking towards this Lovers card, and the Lovers could be love, absolutely, but for some reason, I kind of feel it's like a path or an opportunity, or, again, traditionally the Lovers was about being at a crossroads. So I really feel that you're at a crossroads. I feel that you have a choice to make, as always, Aquarius. And, I feel the new path is just going to be so good for you. You have the High Priestess. High Priestess is about mystery, embracing mystery. It can also be about death. She has these pomegranates behind her. Pomegranates are the fruit of the underworld, and sometimes, I feel that the High Priestess, like, is this accurate, tarot? Maybe not, but again, I read intuitively anyway. And, what I'd say here is it's almost like there's something you have to release so that you can see what's behind the curtain, right? She has this curtain behind her, and I feel that the pomegranates are saying there's like a sacrifice you need to make. And again, Six of Swords, High Priestess, it's almost like, and here's the other thing as well. I don't want to keep mumbling, but it's almost like you've had a taste of something. It's almost like you have experienced something in your life that you really want. Maybe you've just had a small experience with it, like success, or true love, or something like that, right? And it's like, I feel the universe is saying, like, if you explore the mystery of this situation, you will discover what you're looking for, but you have to, you have to be willing to do that. And there you go. You have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is, of course, a card of a soulmate. There could be a soulmate coming in for you, but the Six of Cups to me is really a gift from the universe. And usually the gift we receive from the Six of Cups is a turnaround. What's really interesting is that you go up to the Six of Wands right here. So I kind of feel there could be a turnaround, or there could be a success coming in for you. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love 2 6s. To me, 2 6s is like major confirmation for your path. It just says you are absolutely going in the right direction. So, love it. Really good. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups, total fulfillment. See, I feel like you deserve fulfillment, and you need to believe that. The Nine of Cups is about bathing in the energy of what you want and desire in your life, and needing to learn how to get cameras to focus, and, all sorts of stuff, right? Anything that'll make you happy. So, I feel that you really need to, bathe in the energy of the things you want. I also feel it's a great time to make a wish. I almost feel this reading is saying a wish is coming true. Even the Six of Cups, it's kind of like a wish. Again, with the Six of Cups, like a little known meaning of the Six of Cups is that it can represent a period of time where you've been bumping up against an obstacle, and now the obstacle is moving away. So it's almost like saying that the path is clear for you to move forward. With the High Priestess, you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is about adventure. Knight of Wands is also about embracing spontaneous energy. Since last year, we had that eclipse in Taurus. And I said in the readings for that eclipse in Taurus that we really need to pay attention to opportunities where we can be more flexible. Without knowing your exact situation, I can't tell you what this is, right? But I would look at anything that you're working on: health, wealth, happiness, relationships, all the big four, right? In any of those areas of your life. Are there better ways to do things? Are there more efficient ways to do things? The problem is, I think a lot of us, not everybody, but a lot of us are very fixed in how we want to accomplish something because it feels safe. And that's exactly what we need to be leaving behind is safety. And people might say, how do you leave? Why would you leave behind safety and all this other stuff? And it's like, well, because safety is just a comfort zone, right? And nothing is safe. I watched a person get hit by a car when I was younger, and it totally changed my life because I was like, damn, very slow road. The person was not going very fast. The person died that got hit. And, it's like very slow. You know what I mean? It was very slow. They weren't going fast and everything. I was like, damn, you could just be crossing the road on a slow road where there's no traffic ever and get hit by a car and you're done, right? So there is no such thing as safety. And, it's like, I don't know, maybe that's why I take big risks and, all this other stuff. But what I would say here is that, there's nothing is safe. And, I kind of get that with this Knight of Wands, where it's encouraging you to take a risk because nothing is safe. With the Six of Cups, you have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of, needing to be grateful for what you have. I do feel like some of you, the point of the Five of Cups is that he's grieving the loss of his taste for wine. And so he's grieving the loss of something that he no longer enjoys. You have the Six of Cups, which can be the past. And so, if you're stuck on the past, Three of Swords, Devil, Five of Cups, I feel like there's something much better right here coming in for you. So, definitely would be a time to let go of the past. Next, you have the sports card that says collaborate or work as a team to boost finances. You have this Justice card. Make sure to be honest and ethical in money matters. Something in your life needs to be brought into alignment. Yes. Although I kind of feel, this is showing up in the good stuff. So I do feel there could be balance or justice coming in for you just in general. And sorry, I kind of want to get this out of focus actually so that I can see if it'll... Now, of course, it's like working perfectly. But anyway, again, I feel like there is justice. You have the Lovers, the Six of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Lovers, of course, is a choice. Lovers represents being at a crossroads. I would pick the new path, plain and simple. Could this be new love? Yes, absolutely. But I really kind of feel that it's this is more about exploring freedom, right? You have that card that says explore possibilities. This whole reading is reminding me of a story. I'm going to butcher it. I'm going to paraphrase a story from Les Brown, right? Les Brown's one of my favorite people of all time. And he tells a story about a guy who was captured during a war. And he was brought to the general or whatever. And he says to him, basically, he says, you can either go through that door right there, or you can face the firing squad tomorrow or something like that, right? And the guy says, what's through that door? And the general says, unknown horrors. And so the guy chooses the firing squad. And the next day, someone asks the general, what's through that door? And he said, freedom. And the whole point of the story is that most people are afraid of being truly free. And so I feel like you have to set yourself free here, Aquarius. Maybe you're afraid of what's through that door, but I kind of feel that you need to cross through the doorway. It could be a doorway to freedom, and it's like maybe it's because it doesn't feel safe or it's unfamiliar. That's like the feeling I get from the whole entire reading, is that there are like amazing possibilities on the other side of a door, but it's like you have to step through that door and it's scary, right? And, you will be victorious. You will be successful. It's going to change your story. It's going to change your life. But, again, I feel you have to do it. The Six of Wands is also caring too much what other people think. Every single reading for you and Leo, I don't know what it is, but, again, I think that this could just be astrological, where it's like the two of you, you're opposite signs, but maybe you're both being triggered by like what other people will think or what will happen with other people or whatever. And, Six of Wands is a card of success, though. It's like, yeah, maybe you are going to outshine certain people in your life, but that's what you're meant to do. You have the Queen of Pentacles here. Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness and a card of like success as well. God damn it, right? But there we go. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, card of resourcefulness. She's focused on that pentacle, not on this rabbit. And it kind of says she's focused on what she has, not on anxiety, fears, all that other stuff. So I feel this is saying maintain your focus. Focus on what you want in life, right? Let's see. With the Lovers, you have the Six of Pentacles. I kind of like this because this to me says that you could be attracting a situation that's more balanced, that kind of more supports you or more guides you, or that leads you in the right direction. So I feel like that's what you're focusing on. With the Six of Wands, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness. And so I feel like you are increasing your resources, or you will be. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Four of Wands. Definitely could be marriage coming in for you if you are attracting new love. But also, by the way, this is the card of freedom. The Four of Wands represents, outside of marriage, it can just represent being set free. It is a card of, of freedom. And that's really what I feel like this reading is saying. It's like on the other side of that door is amazing opportunities, but, face your fears. You have this empathy card here. I feel like you need empathy right now. Like, I feel like you're hoping that, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. I feel like you're hoping that either a person or people will kind of give you a listening ear, I don't know, very specific situation popping into my head here, so I feel like you're hoping that you can talk to a person or something like that. It could be someone you look up to that could provide you with guidance. And, there you go. You have this principle card here. Like, I feel like you're learning that you have to have certain principles, I feel like this is very Neptune and Pisces, by the way, but I feel like you're learning that, with that Six of Wands, that maybe people in your life are going to be like, what are you trying to be better than me or whatever? And you're like, yes, I am because you're a freaking loser. Right. And, so that could be, what you're saying to people, like, yes, I am trying to be better than you, because I have principles, I have morals, I have ethics, whatever. I kind of get that feeling there. You have this affair card. I do feel there's new love. This is a good card. It's not like a cheating affair. It's like a love affair. It's a positive one. So I feel there could be a positive connection coming in for you if you want love. Next, you have this extremism card. I would avoid people who are like this. It's like I feel like there's a person who doesn't want to let you go. By the way, it's kind of like randomly popping into my head. Could be any sign, but, it could be a fire sign with that Knight of Wands. And, I feel like they're always like putting things in your face, so I would be, and it might not even be love. I would just be careful of a person like that. You have this excitement card, tons of reasons to be excited about new opportunities that are going to bring freedom into your life. I really like this reading for you here, Aquarius. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.